guys, welcome to episode 2 of iBrony Insider. I got the name from Doom. Say hi, Doom.
Hi.
Yeah, that's Doom. Pretty awesome, right?
I gotta sing the Doom song now. Doom, 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 doom. Ooh, what's that?
Right.
But yeah, he was on iBrony and he participated enough, and everybody chose. Well, not everybody, so it wasn't unanimous, but a lot of people chose his iBrony Insider for the name of this interview series. So I guess we should probably just get started right away. How did you become a brony, and how long have you been so?
It's probably easier to answer how long ago first. So it's almost been a year now. It's about late June, early July of 2011. And like any cool kid back then, I regularly went to 4chan. Yeah. And so I was just browsing random, and I saw one pony thread and ignored it because it looked dumb. I thought it was just another stupid little interest that, 4chan had. And then I saw 2 or 3 or 4 at a time, and they just kept coming up. And I tried to ignore them because you have to keep in mind this time at this point in time was right after the fad finger boxes came to 4chan, which essentially is, if people listening don't know, it's the finger boxes are a fictional thing that don't exist, and people will get pictures of them and pretend to have them, and then when someone comes into a thread and asks what they are, they say, haha, you don't know, douche, and that's about it.
Oh my god, that's awful.
It was awful, but it was hilarious when you got the joke, just because people would make up these long stories about these finger boxes they got from their grandparents that they got in World War II, and it just
Oh my god.
doesn't exist. So I figured this is that. It was like, oh, a new My Little Pony show, and now they're just taking hold of it and pretending to like it to screw with people who don't know about it.
Okay.
But then I started seeing the pictures, and I was like, these are actually kind of funny on their own. Like one of the pictures like I saw was Rarity and Fluttershy in the jacuzzi, and it said, "I found the water jet." That one made me funny. That made me
It made you funny.
It made me funny. I had a funny.
That's
And
good.
yeah, and they were genuinely cute. Like, I actually thought they were appealing visually.
Yeah.
And so I started browsing the threads a little bit here and there when I saw them, before they started being banned over and over again. And the mods are just like, whatever.
The mods are asleep post ponies.
Mods are always asleep on 4chan.
Hint,
But
hint.
anyway, and I kept seeing people posting saying, just watch the first 2 episodes, and if you don't like it, that's okay. And that was the first red flag I saw, was 4chan telling me if I didn't like what they liked, it was okay. Like,
yeah, that's a little scary.
it frightened me genuinely. So I decided, whatever. They kept saying the episodes are on YouTube. This was back when Masterlink was uploading all the episodes.
Okay.
And I decided just to watch the first one because being ordered is good, I guess. And told myself, I'm gonna watch the first one, and if I don't like it, I'm not gonna watch the second one. I'm not even gonna give it that much credence. I'm just gonna, watch it. And so I watched the first episode, and at the very end, I was like, I can't just not see what happens to Nightmare Moon.
It was a cliffhanger that did
They
it.
did that on purpose. So I was like, okay, I'll watch the second one. I watched the second one, and I was like, I have to see more. And I ended up watching about like 8 episodes in a row that night, just
Wow.
instead of doing whatever it was I was supposed to be doing.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I felt happy.
Oh, that's
It was
good.
weird.
That's good.
Like this show just completely took me by surprise, and I had to stop and was like, I guess I'm a brony now.
Well, at least he admitted it.
Yeah. And like some people talk about converting their friends in real life, but my friends are so on the ball that by the time I came out with it, they were already bronies. So it was like, oh, guess I'm late to the party.
You have some hipster friends, huh?
I do. Actually, yes, I do. And I call them out on it all the time. Yeah, that's how I became a brony.
All right, good story.
Thank you.
So now let's move on to the second question.
Excellent.
Who is your favorite of the main 6?
My favorite of the main 6 is definitely Pinkie Pie.
Awesome.
For definite. Because awesome. Because she is so quotable. And I love that she just says the
The darndest things.
The darndest things. She does. Just
And then I said, oatmeal, are you crazy?
exactly. One of my personal favorites. I'm watching you like a hawk. Why? Can't you watch me like a griffin?
That's pretty good.
That one just made me lose. I love that one. And she's just so I like her personality, not just because she's random, but she's just happy all the time, and it makes me happy. It's just like
except for that one episode where she goes crazy and
Party of One.
Yeah, Party of One.
Oh my god, it was creepy as hell. Yeah, like a bunch of my friends like Fluttershy a lot, and I like her. It's just that her personality doesn't appeal to me like Pinkie Pie's does, because I'm not a huge fan of like shy, introverted girls as much as they are, which is I guess weird for me. But
no,
yeah, definitely
to
Pinkie
each
Pie.
their own.
Yeah, it was a little. I'm the only one out of the people I know in real life whose favorite is Pinkie Pie, and I'm the only one that rates Twilight Sparkle so highly.
What do you mean by that?
Oh well, we all assembled, our favorite ponies in order list,
Okay.
of course, and for me, Twilight Sparkle is number 3, which is pretty high for everyone else.
Really?
Yeah, none of them really like her that much, which is.
That's weird. I really like her. I think she's like at least 2 for me.
Yeah, number 2 for me is Rainbow Dash, just because I like her confidence. I guess I've always really liked confidence in characters.
Confidence is good.
Confidence is good.
So yeah, let's move on. What is your favorite episode?
My favorite episode that we just discussed is Party of One.
Okay.
And which may sound odd because my favorite character is Pinkie Pie. It's cast her in a very negative light, but
yeah, it's a very different way of showing Pinkie Pie. I mean, it's a totally different side of her that we would never expect.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I liked it. I ultimately all the episodes except for maybe Dragon Quest entertained me on some level. They're just really all entertaining, funny, lighthearted episodes, but this is the first one that really intrigued me. Like I actually was on the edge of my seat, wondering what was going to happen.
Really?
Really, it's just especially like right when she went crazy, I was like, "This is great! Like this is amazing! I want to see this a lot." And it was so well done. Just the background music. Like, have you actually listened to the background music on its own, where someone edited out the voices?
No, I don't think I have.
In
I'll
the
have
scene,
to check that out.
in the scene where she's talking to all of her imaginary friends,
they're not imaginary. They are real.
They're real. You're right.
They're real.
Right. They're Madame Flower and Rocky, I guess. I think is what's
Sir Lancelot. That's my favorite.
Yeah, that was
Sir Lancelot is best pony.
You can Crackle is best pony.
Crackle is a dragon, sir.
Sir Lancelot is Lint.
No, he's a pony.
Of course. Anyway, you can tell she really thought hard on that one. But yeah, it just and that one and of course Lesson Zero is probably my third favorite. My second being.
You really like when ponies go crazy, huh?
I do. It's just it's awesome because it's not what you normally see in a kids show, and
it's true.
It's very bold. Like it's like it genuinely creeped me. Like Twilight Sparkle going crazy was genuinely creepy. I thought it was creepier than Party of One.
Like we have to keep in mind that we are still not the intended audience.
Yeah,
we are still a secondary fan base.
And so I'm thinking like little kids watching Twilight Sparkle just go, clock is ticking.
Yeah.
Like,
although I do have yet to meet a little child that likes this show.
Yeah, I have. So do I. I don't associate much with little children, so that's probably why. But
what are you trying to say?
Not trying to say you're a pedophile, just that you might be a pedophile. But
I don't swing that way. Just in case all you worried parents out there.
All you worried parents listening to this Brony podcast.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So let's move on to some user submitted questions.
Woo!
The first one is from Discord, the ever powerful Discord from iBrony.
Causing chaos.
Yeah, like a pro, like a Faust.
Like a Faust.
Yeah. Which do you prefer, Doom or ponies? And I'm assuming he means Doom as in the game and not Doom.
Not just the general.
Yeah.
The general concept of doom or mayhem.
Yeah.
I remember saying this before, but I'll say it for the good of the people. When I first read that question, my brain just about exploded because I don't know if people really understand this, but I am obsessed with Doom. Like I have
Oh, really? I didn't quite guess that from
I
your iBrony
I
username.
I know people are kind of
Shock.
slow on the internet,
You're stupid.
but I mean, I have the Doom board game. I just want to let
There's
that
a board game.
there's a board game and I own it.
Wow.
I want to let that sink in a little bit, you know? I have like I've at least 2 shirts. I've got a poster. I've got the books, which were hit and miss.
That's
Um,
impressive.
yeah, and I've been playing this game since I was 8. So for a good 10 years now, I've been playing Doom obsessively. But anyway,
Hmm.
going off to base here. And so deciding whether I like Doom better than Ponies or vice versa, they've both had a monumental effect on my personality, on who, like, how I, just view the world, because that's just how powerful Ponies have been for me.
Yeah.
They're both amazing in their own rights, just entirely. They're both on completely opposite ends of the spectrum of niceness.
Yeah, they kind of are.
That's why you haven't seen very many crossovers for that. Um,
Just for the fans listening, we want to see that happen.
hell yeah, that would be weird. But anyway, so I seriously have been thinking about this for the past few days because I can't decide. They're
Wow.
just both so great.
So you love them equally.
I'd have to say, yeah, it's kind of a
The
cop
the
out
love
answer.
hath been doubled.
It hath been double, yes. We love them equally.
Okay.
I know it's kind of a cop out answer, so just my
Well, that's a good explanation.
decision noise.
Yeah. That's exactly how decisions are sounding in his mind, not in mine. Mine are more like crickets chirping. But yeah. So now our next question comes from Spectrum Avenger.
Good name.
If you were walking along a street and you pass an alleyway, in said alleyway was a brony being threatened with knives, what would you do?
This is kind of I guess it depends on the yeah, I guess it really depends on the situation and how well I think I could actually defend this person physically, because if I look at the situation and feel like if I join in it'll just be 2 bronies being stabbed to death instead of one, I don't think I'd help that much. I just call the police. But if it's just like one guy, then I'd probably jump in, because if I have my jacket on, then that means I have a little like utility knife, which is something. It's
Yeah,
not like a switchblade, but
yeah, something's awesome. So.
yeah, something is pretty awesome. So like if I'm not the kind of white knight kind of guy to jump into any situation where someone's being hurt, but like if I clearly see he's a brony and he's being like threatened, I'd probably jump in if I felt like I could help. But I'd analyze the situation pretty quickly beforehand, just so that we don't both get killed.
Yeah, I tend to just do things.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan? You know what I am? I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. I just do things.
Evolutionarily speaking, you do not fare well.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I take that as a compliment, actually.
You're defying Darwinism. That's something. I mean, something to put on your resume.
But let's move on to another question that I never sent you.
Yeah, I'm just getting the
This
curveballs here.
this one comes from Elliot the Brony.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any meaning behind your profile username, the Blasphemous Bear? And if there is, why?
Yes, there is actually. This was a long time ago, back when my brother and I first got video cameras. My brother started making this like web show thing. We were young, so it was dumb. And so I wanted to desperately be a part of it because I was a, bored kid. And so he said, "Okay, fine, we're gonna make a new character for you." And so he set this like stuffed bear on top of a bench, and I was a character that we entitled Chuckles the Blasphemous Bear. And the character set was that he normally has a very sweet voice, except when he's saying
Angry.
something randomly evil. Like the introduction, I remember specifically to this day, was my friends call me Chuckles, but you can call me Lucifer. And that was we were young too. This was pretty bad. I think it was
Dude,
all that Doom.
That's awesome.
And so that was, and so I had to make a YouTube account so I could associate myself with the show.
Okay.
So I figured, why not? The
Why not?
Blasphemous Bear. And so I've just been sticking with that ever since because it sounds good, and
It does.
and Blasphemous Bear is actually the exact character limit on Xbox Live gamer tags, which is
Really?
weird. Yeah, I don't know if it's Blasphemous Bear or the Blasphemous Bear. I can't remember, but so
Well,
that's
search them both if you want to play Xbox with Doom.
yeah, it's on there. I'll probably list it on my iBrony account eventually when I decide to start disclosing more, I guess.
So that does it for our questions. Basically, I don't really have an idea as to who I'm gonna choose for next. I know it's gonna be a featured member from iBrony. So
Oh, like
yeah,
legitimate future, not just
no feature,
yeah.
not future.
I didn't say future. I know it sounded like future, but I
Oh
meant to say future.
yeah, like the ones that are on the side of their of the homepage.
Right, right. Not just like
Like
fake
doc,
feature like me.
yeah, like you. You're a fake. You're a pseudo.
I'm
Fake.
pseudo featured. Yeah, I'm too cool to be rude.
I just chose you because you had an awesome uh, series name for this show. So
That's I'm glad you don't value me as a person. I didn't
no,
want any personal connection between us.
yeah, this is strictly professional here. So, is there anything else you have to say, like how to get a hold of you if they want to?
Um, yeah. Well, of course, there's my iBrony account. The username is the Blasphemous Bear. Regular name is Doom. I'm on the Hall of Fame at the top currently because donated the most. Just saying.
Shut up.
Swag. Um, and otherwise, my gamer tag is Blasphemous Bear. I'm pretty sure that's not the all lowercase, no spaces.
Okay.
Um, YouTube account is the Blasphemous Bear. Um, my Skype is DoomPony93.
Okay. Because someone took the 92 ones before that, so.
Of course, it has nothing to do with the year that Doom came out or
Oh,
the
yeah.
year that
I guess that works.
I was created.
Yeah.
That means
because we all find that very important to our
oh
lives.
well, I of course you oughta.
I oughta, otherwise how would I be doing this interview?
Exactly, you'd be talking to no one again, presumably.
Hey, I have
Well,
friends
and a roommate.
and a roommate, yeah, who asked for milk. If you don't get that reference, go check out the Brotherhood of Bronies bloopers from episode 2, Now Accepting Pegasisters.
Nice plug.
Thank you. I'm very good at that kind of stuff.
I can tell.
So yeah, we're just gonna end this now, I guess,
And it
because we don't really have any more user submitted questions. But if you do have any questions for future featured members, say that 10 times fast.
okay.
No, don't.
Oh,
Yeah, but if you have any questions for future ones, check out iBrony.com. That's lowercase I, capital B, Rony. I guess it doesn't really matter when you're typing it in.
capital B Roni.
You know it. That's how I'm gonna start spelling everything.
With just the first letter and then the rest of the word.
Yep. And then yeah, so if you want to, follow me on Twitter, my Twitter is @snapshotpony.
Hmm.
If you want to send the Brotherhood of Bronies an email, send it to brotherhoodofbronies@gmail.com. You can follow our Twitter. It is Brother of Bronies. Oh, I'm a Canadian, if you didn't know that, because this is my show,
Of course.
of course. If you didn't know that already, well then,
You're not doing it right.
well, whatever. Love and tolerate.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I recommend going to iBrony. If you make an account, send a Canadian a friend request. Also send Doom one.
Yes.
Uh,
I will accept any.
I will accept any too. I love getting our name out there. The Brotherhood of Bronies. The Brotherhood of Bronies. The Brotherhood of Bronies.
Yeah. I don't have a reason. I'm just kind of a whore.
Kind of.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Not too much.
Pays the rent.
It does. But yeah, go to iBrony, check us out. We have a iBrony page. We have a Facebook page, Brotherhood of Bronies. Check out our other podcasts. Our first one, it has some audio issues, so just bear with that. And it only has 3 members. But we got 2 new hosts, and yeah. we also have a guest host for episode 2. But I suggest go check those out. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thanks for taking your time, Doom.
No problem. Thanks for having me.